Good morning. Today we're gonna continue module 4, lesson 3, which was talking about the characteristics of the linear functions. Now, in yesterday, we talked about the characteristic of the linear, and we said that we can determine whether the linear function is increasing, decreasing, or constant according to the slope. If the slope is greater than 0, we will say it's increasing. If the slope is less than 0, it's decreasing. And if the slope equals 0, it will be constant. And we talked about the end behavior, and we said that we must write the end behavior of the function in order to analyze the function. And we identify the 0. And as I told you yesterday, in order to describe a function, or you want to describe anything, you talk about its color, about its shape, about its size. These are the characteristics in order to explain something. And in order to explain the function, you must talk about if it's increasing or decreasing, if it's about its end behavior, about its domain and range, about its y-intercept, about its 0, about its maximum and minimum. So you will explain it according to these characteristics. So here we talked about the end behavior, as you remembered before. And we talked about then identifying the zeros. And we said that a 0 of a function is any value of x, such as f of x equals 0. Or in other words, the x-intercept. So I'm asking about where are the values of x? Where are the values of x when f of x equals 0? What are the values of x that I find an f of x equals 0? Here, at this point, okay, at this point, when x equals -2, what is the value of y? It's 0, because it is on the x coordinate. So that's means when x is equal -2, this one I call it a 0 of a function. It's different than the y-intercept. The y-intercept, if you look at the function f here, where is the y-intercept? Who can tell me?
6, 9.
Bravo, at 6. Here is the y-intercept. So the y-intercept here when y equals 6. So it's different than the 0, because the 0 is an x-intercept, but the y-intercept is at 6. Now look at the second case here, the g of x. Now, where is the value of x? Okay, where is g of x equals 0? Where is the value of x where g of x equals 0?
10.
10. Bravo. As we said yesterday, when x equals 10. So when x equals 10, this one we call it the 0 of a function. All of these, we talked about them yesterday. Do you have any question?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
No.
Okay. Now, all of you, please open your book on exercise 23. I will let you know which page. Just a minute, please.
Page 100.
Sorry?
Page 117.
Yeah, 117, please. Now, here what do we have? Here we have 4 examples, 23, 24, 25, and 26. And we're gonna find the 0 of each linear function. Now,
What's the page?
115. 115. Now,
Chair 17.
no, 117, yeah. I will write here. Now, so here we have 4 examples of functions. Some of them are graphed, one is have a table, and 2 of them as an equation or as a standard form. I want now to determine the 0 of each function. Now, if I have an equation like number 23 here, how can I find the 0 of the function? So in case number 23, here we have a function f of x equals 5x minus 1. What is the 0 of the function or the values of x? Where is f of x equals 0?
5.
So where do I have to put, where I have to put 0? Is it
In the
instead
y.
of do I have substitute x with 0 or substitute f of x with 0?
F of
X with
0.
Bravo. Because as we said yesterday, a 0 of a function is all the values of x where f of x equals 0. So I will distribute, I will now put f of x as 0 equals 5 of x minus 1. So when you want to find the 0 of a function, you will find the values of x. Not the values of y, the value of x. So here, f of x equals 0. So
Yeah.
let's continue now. What you have to do now? Yes, Tamara. How will you find the value of x?
How we will find the value of x?
Yes.
When
Here
we
you have this
substitute,
equation. 0 equals 5x minus 1.
teacher, I don't understand. How am I gonna find the x?
You forget how? Here 0 equals 5x minus 1.
May I, teacher?
1. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Then we
Yes,
will
please.
cancel the 1, and then we will have 1 equals
So 1
5x.
equals 5x. So then what can you do?
Divide by 5.
Bravo. So 1 equals, sorry. So 1 equals 5x, divide by 5, divide by 5. So what's the value of x?
1 over 5.
1 over 5. So a value, when x equals 1 over 5, this is a 0 of the function. This is a value that if I put x as 1 over 5, the f of x will be 0. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes, teacher, could I use number 24?
Yes, Habiba. In number 24 here, we have the same thing. We have a function, and we're going to find the 0 of the function. Let's find now g of x
Okay.
here.
G of x is 0.
Yeah. Equal.
Because the value of x where like the g of x is 0, and then it's 0 equals to 4x minus 2.
Bravo.
Plus we will do plus 2 to both sides. So 2 equals to 4x divided by 4 divided by 4. So x is 2 over 4.
Thank you. X is 2 over 4 or half. So the value, not this. Thank you so much. So the value of x,
Welcome.
where is the with the value of x, where is it make f of x equals 0? We call it 0 of the function is at point half. So so look at me here as number 24 as an example here. If we now substitute g of x with half, 4 divided by 2
2.
2 minus 2,
0.
0.
0. So that's what I mean. That when you substitute x with 1 over 2, g of x will be 0. That's why I call it the 0 of the function. If you substitute it with x is equal 1, g of x has a value. If you substitute with x equals 0, g of x has a value. But when you substitute it with x equal half, g of x will be 0. So that's why I will say half is the 0 of the function.
What?
Is it clear?
Teacher, can you repeat?
Here in the number 24. Okay, we have g of x equals 4 of x minus 2. So, let's write here. Now, f of x or g of x, anything, it's equal 4x minus 2. Now, we found that the zeros of the function when x equal half. What does it mean? What does it mean when x equal half? This is a 0 of the function. That means if I substitute now, if I try to find f of 0 or f of 1 or f of half. Now, let's find now f of 0. F of 0, it means what, ya Muzan? Muzan? Are you here? Okay, Nada.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Nada. How will you find f of 0?
We will make 4x minus 2, and then we will add 2. And then we will divide by 4.
No. I mean to here. No, I will not ask you to find x. Here, f of 0. It means the value of x is 0.
Yeah.
So you will put 4 times 0 minus 2.
Negative 2.
Yeah. And now 4 minus times 0.
0.
Minus 2.
2.
Negative 2. Yeah. Now, Nada, can you find f of 1?
Yeah. 4 minus 2 equals 2. It will be 2.
Oh, okay, you will put 4 times 1 minus 2, which is 2. What about f of half?
4 by half equals 2 minus 2 equals 0.
Brown. So that's me. Where is the value of x? That's f of x equals 0. At which point?
F half. Functional half.
At half. Exactly. So that's mean when I substitute x with half, the f of half will be 0. But if I try to substitute x with any value, but even another half, you will find that f of x, it has a value, not 0. Is it clear?
Yes.
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 Okay. So this is how you will find the 0 of the function for number 23 and of number 24 if you have a function in standard form. Do you have any question?
No.
No.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Let's go now to number 25. Mayar?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Mayar. What number 25 here you have a table. What is the 0 of the function?
Soil is a mixture of water.
Wait.
In number 25 here, I want you to find 0.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, number 25, Mayar.
Okay. A 4.
So just a minute, please. Yeah, number 25. Where is the zero of the function here? Where is the value of x? Where is f of x or h of x equals 0?
A 4.
Is it 4? The value of x where h of x equals 0.
No, I mean 2.
2, bravo. So here, when h of x equals 0, x equals 2, so 2 will be the 0 of the function. So, Mayar, can you tell me what is the y-intercept? Mayar, what is the y-intercept here? Mayar, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, teacher, can.
Where is the y-intercept?
-2. I mean -1.
Wait, I'm talking about number 25.
Oh,
Mayar?
sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Mayar, where's the y-intercept? What do you mean by y-intercept, Mayar?
When the
0, teacher,
line,
right?
when the line intercepts the y-axis.
Exactly. So it means what? When the line intersects the y-axis. So it means what? Y is 0 or x is 0?
Hmm. X is 0.
Okay, when x is 0, what's the value of h of x?
4.
4. So the y-intercept at point 4. Is it clear?
Yes.
Teacher, I didn't understand. Can you repeat?
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, Hala. See, where's the 0 of the function? Hala, what do you mean by the 0 of the function?
What?
The 0 of a function.
The
What do you mean by the
of
0 of the
x,
function? Where is what? F of x equals what?
x equals 0.
F of x equals 0. Bravo. Or here we can say h of x because the table is for h of x. Now, where is h of x equals 0, Hala? Where's the value of where h of x equals 0?
It's true.
At 2. Bravo. So we will say the 0 of the function when x equals 2.
That's it?
Yes, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Where is the y-intercept now?
4.
At 4. Why at 4?
Because it's at 0.
Yeah, y-intercept, it means x is 0. Hello, we said before that y-intercept when x is 0. X-intercept when y is 0. So the y-intercept when x is 0, which is at 0.4. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Yes,
Thank
teacher.
you.
Okay.
Yes.
Number 26. Tammy.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Tammy. Where is the 0 of the function here?
The 0 of the function. Wait, teacher. It's 4.
The 0 of the function. Be careful.
May I
Right.
teach?
What did you tell me yesterday? What is the 0 of the function? Is it the y or
When-
x-intercept?
The x-intercept.
Exactly. Where's the x-intercept?
I mean -2.
Negative 2. Thank you so much. Jury Awad.
Yes, teacher.
Where is the y-intercept, Julie?
4.
At y equal 4. Thank you so much. Do you have any question?
No, teacher.
No.
Did you finish writing?
Yes.
No. Now we're going to talk about the last characteristic of the linear function, where I will determine the extreme values. What do I mean by the extreme values? The extreme values, they are the minimum value of the y function and the maximum value of the y value of y. So here, as you see in this graph here, maximum is the highest point of y. Where is the highest point of y? It will be this one. This is the highest point. Where is the lowest point of y? This one. Here is the lowest point of y. Now, the highest point of y, we call it the maximum point. And the lowest point of y, we call it the minimum point. I will repeat. The maximum point of y is the highest value of y. And the minimum point is the lowest value of y. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Let's now.
Teacher,
Here
how
we
can
have.
there be two values of y?
Sorry.
How can there be two values of y?
We have 2 points. Each point has a value of y. You will determine which one is the highest one and which one is the lowest one. The highest one is the maximum and the lowest one is the minimum.
Okay.
Okay. Now look at this graph here. I want you to consider the function f. I want you for this function to find the domain, the range, the maximum, and the minimum. Yes, yeah. Want to choose now. Ranim.
Yes.
Ranim. Yes, Ranim. Where's the domain here? I'll find the domain.
The domain is x, right?
Yeah.
So the points of x, right?
Yeah. So what's the
5,
domain of this function?
5 and 7.5.
The values of x. The second point is negative 7.5.
Not
Here is
negative. I said 5 and 7.5, not negative.
5 and what?
7.5.
No. Here is x.
So 5 and negative 5.
So it's like x, y, the first value of x, and the second one for y. So 5 and negative 5. These are the values of x. Now, how you write the domain?
I forgot
What
the
did we
name
say?
for the.
Okay, you will say all the values.
All the values from 5 till negative 5.
From negative 5 to 5, from the lowest to highest. So we can say all the real number from negative 5 to 5. This is a way to determine the function. Another way, you can put it like two closed brackets, negative 5 and 5. And the third way, that is, since you're talking about domain, so you put x. You will put when x greater than or equal negative 5, less than or equal 5. So you can write any of them, and any of them have the same meaning x, when x, because you are talking about the domain, you will put x is greater than -5 and less than 5. Thank you, Ranim. Celine? Celine? She's not here. Shahad? Shahad?
Teacher Celine says she has a problem.
Okay. Maria?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Maria. What is the range here of the function?
Okay, so wait, teacher.
What do I mean by the range?
It's negative 7.5 and 7.5.
Thank you so much. So you will say it's all the real values, all the real numbers. From negative 7.5 to 7.5. Or since you are talking about the range, you will put y greater than or equal, less than or equal. Now, the lowest point is negative 7.5. You write it at the beginning. And the positive 7.5, you write it at the end. Do you have any question?
No.
Teacher,
No.
Okay, now look at the maximum here. When you talk about the maximum, you talk only about the value of y, and the minimum, the value of y. Now here, how many values of y Maria told us? She told us about negative 7.5 and 7.5. Which point is the maximum?
Teacher, can you hear me? I am Serene.
Yes, Serene. I can hear you now. Can you tell me what is the maximum value of y?
The maximum is 7.5.
Bravo. So you will say the maximum of f of x is 7.5. Thank you, Serene. Noura. Noura? Layal?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Layal. Where is the minimum value of y?
It is 7.5.
The minimum. What do you mean by the minimum? If you compare between 7
It's the lowest
negative
point.
7. Yeah, exactly. If you compare between 7.5 and negative 7.5, which one is the greatest value? If you compare between positive and negative number,
Positive.
the positive is the greatest one. Which one is the lowest one?
The negative.
Negative. So which one is the minimum value?
The positive.
The minimum.
Oh,
You told me that
negative.
the minimum is the lowest value. Where is the minimum?
Negative. Negative.
Negative 7.5. Thank you. Do you have any question?
No, teacher.
No, teacher said.
Okay. Now here's the same. We have another example for G. And I want to find the domain, the range, the maximum, and the minimum.
Teacher.
Yeah.
But it's not a line segment. It's a line.
Who said line segment? It's a line, yes, it's a line segment.
Yeah, it's not a line segment.
Here in this one, it is a line segment for f of x. But for g of x, it's a line.
Okay, can I
Because
solve?
why it's a line? Yes, Nada. What is the domain here? Nada, yes.
Yes, the domain of G is all real numbers.
Yeah. So you will say here the domain so you will say all real numbers. Or we can say if x is greater than or equals what?
Infinity.
Yeah,
Negative infinity, bravo. Less
to
than
positive infinity.
positive infinity. Thank you so much, Nada. أمواج. أمواج. يارا. يارا. Tamara.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Tamara. Where is the range here?
The range?
Yes.
Do you want me to say all real numbers from negative infinity y greater than or equal to
Yeah. In order to write.
infinity?
Yeah, in order to write the domain, you have two ways or three ways. Or you can say all the real numbers, because as Nada said, it is an line. It is opened. So I cannot determine what is the minimum value and what is the maximum one. So the real value, or you can say y is greater than negative infinity, less than positive infinity. Thank you.
Teacher Yara said in the chat that she has a problem in her mic.
Okay, Leia, thank you.
Okay.
Ranim? Yes, Ranim. What is the maximum value here?
Positive infinity.
So that's mean what? What do you mean by positive infinity? What do you mean by
Like
infinity?
the point.
No.
The
First,
point,
what do you mean by the infinity? Infinity, what does it mean?
means we don't know where it stops.
Exactly.
Or
So
start.
can you tell me where's the maximum point? If you don't know where to stop?
No.
No. So you will say now there is no maximum value, because the domain is the range, sorry, end at positive infinity. And positive infinity, that means you don't know where does it start and where it stop. So since you don't know where does it stop, so there is no maximum value. So Brani, can you tell me where is the minimum value?
We don't have a minimum.
Bravo, exactly. There's no minimum value.
Teacher, why can't we just say the minimum value of of x is negative infinity?
I told you, what do you mean by the negative infinity? It's not a value. It's,
Yeah,
you
I
don't know
know.
where does it start. So if it's nothing, you don't know where does it start. Can you tell me what is the minimum value?
No, teacher, but we could just say negative infinity.
No. If you say negative infinity, what do you mean by negative infinity? It could be negative 100. It could be negative 1 million. It could be negative 1 billion. So you cannot determine which one exactly is a minimum value.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome. Do you have any question?
No.
Okay. Now, if you have here an equations, or you have here a standard form for the function, and we're gonna now to determine the maximum or the minimum values. And if they are graphed, we can determine where is the maximum and where is the minimum. But here now, you have a function, and they give me that the function starts when x equals, here they give me the domain. This one is a domain. When x is greater than or equal -2, less than or equal 3. So if I am in a function here, I'm starting at -2 and I end at 3. I want to find now the values of the maximum and the minimum. When I want to find the values of the maximum and a minimum, so I want to find the values of y. Since my function started at -2, so the point of the value of y when x equal -2, okay, so the value of y when x equals -2 will be the minimum. And the value of y when x equals 3 is the maximum. So if I substitute x with -2, I will get the minimum. And if I substitute x with a 3, I will get the maximum.
Teacher, could you solve a question at the beginning so I understand the idea?
Yeah, I just give you the idea here. Then I will solve with you. Is it clear?
Yeah.
How can I determine the maximum and the minimum from the values of x?
When we solve it, if it's 3, it will be the maximum, and if it's 2, it will be the minimum.
Yes. Let's see here now how it will be. Number 15. F of x equals 5x minus 2. And as I told you, I want to find the minimum and the maximum. The minimum at f is -2 and the maximum at f is 3. How I will find it? So I said f of x equals -2. So it means x is -2. So it means I will substitute x with -2. So 5 times -2 minus 2. Now 5 times -2 is -10. Minus 2 is -12. So when x is -2, y here
is negative.
So here is the point.
Minimum range.
Second one, f of 3. 5, the same step. I will substitute x with 3. So 5 times 3 minus 2. 5 times 3.
15 minus 2, 13.
Minus 2, 13. So when x is 3, 13. So when you draw now a line, as an example, it's, oh no, my drawing is so accurate. So you can say like this. I'm sorry, it's clear. So we say that f of x equals -12 of f -2 or f of 3 at +13. So when I draw them, I want you to understand what do you mean by minimum and maximum from the values of x. We say that when x is -2, y is -12, and when x is 3, y is 13. So when you connect now between these two lines, you will say that here is -2, -12, and here is 3, 13. So the maximum value is the highest value of y. Where is the highest value of y? At which point?
3 and 13.
3 and -12. Yeah, hello. So the 13 is the highest value, which is the maximum. And
yeah,
-12 is the lowest value, which is the minimum. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's take 1 minute and I want you to solve number 16 in order to understand.
Yeah, but the
Number
Okay.
teacher, the period finished.
Yeah, but just a minute.
Teacher,
wait a
the
minute.
same class started.
Science now.
It's 18. Okay. Thank you so much. Tomorrow, inshallah, on next Sunday on 17 January or 16 January, we will continue. Do you have any question?
No.
No.
Teacher, I'll send you the answer.
If you want to try to solve them, try to solve number 16, 17, and 18 and send me the answers on Telegram.
Okay.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Bye. You are welcome. Have a nice day.